Hello and welcome to the Christmas special of City Beef podcast, where each episode, each week, each bloody time we join, we pit two UK cities against each other, dig deep into their metaphysical bumholes to find quirkiness about them, and ultimately find out which city is best. This week we are doing Nottingham versus Swansea, neither of which are Scottish.
But it is fun to do a Scottish accent. That has to be
It's very
agreed.
fun to slap onto the old
Hey, you're not
Scottish.
long here, lassie. Oh, hey, you're the new. I can't wait to do Scotland soon again, so we can.
I know,
wheel
yeah,
that
we'll
out.
have to do it for the next one, 100%. Right, it's bloody Christmas. Merry Christmas, mate.
Merry
Have
Christmas.
you written your notes to include Christmas at all?
We'll see.
Neither have I.
We could just say Merry Christmas at the end of every note.
Yeah,
And
okay,
jingle
yeah.
bells. But I have actually got a Christmas drink, and I was saving
Oh, you
it
got
for this
eggnog?
episode. I went for Terry's Chocolate Baileys.
I saw that in Sainsbury's. Didn't buy it.
Oh, I just had my first sip of it. Oh, that is not nice.
What does it taste like? Baileys and chocolate
It
Terry's?
tastes like sour eggs. Oh, that is not it, but I'll get through it.
Well, I've got Sainsbury's own vodka.
Oh,
Sainsbury's
the true
own
spirit
Diet
of
Coke.
Christmas.
Yes.
Beautiful.
The economy's not been kind this year.
True.
So I'll be glugging that. I'm just going to take my first sip now, actually. Delicious. Burns the throat. Oh, I do want to pull you up on something. The other day, you texted me saying that you were drinking eggnog.
My wife makes it, and it is a really nice Christmassy drink. And I fully embrace Christmas. Like, I don't know what your vibe is on it. I love it, man. I love everything about it. I love the pub at Christmas. I love fucking scoffing every day. I love drinking so much at Christmas. I think it's the best thing. It's
ever invented.
Yes,
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Any other Christmas traditions? Is your tree still alive from IKEA?
Yeah,
ethically sourced locally.
Tree is doing really well, actually, which is thanks to your vicious marketing campaign to get me to go down there.
You're welcome.
What else we do? I'm a massive. I used to be a massive pub on Christmas Eve kind of person, and that was the best night of the year. Are you much of a Christmas Eve pub goer?
I used to before I had kids, but I spoiled all that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is a real bone of contention when I'm sat again with my arms crossed in front of the telly Christmas Eve, knowing that people are having fun.
The best night of the year is getting missed on you. Yeah. What do you guys do? Do you have any weird little family traditions? Your partner's Finnish.
Yeah, because she's Finnish, and all you scumbag British people go to Finland over Christmas. We can never go to Finland, so thanks for that over Christmas, because we're all visiting Lapland. Fucking hate British people. But they do celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Now Pia says that, but we don't. So, and nobody in Finland does either. I don't really know. I'll have to question her on that.
I'm trying to find my notes, by the way. I can't quite.
You haven't got your notes? Oh, that's handy.
Well, they're all like squiggled all over the shop. But do you want to say who we're doing for? We already mentioned who we're doing.
Yes. Well, I've got the classic intro.
Yeah, go on then.
Which you haven't produced
in
a while. So Swansea is a vibrant coastal city in South Wales, known for its sweeping bay and cultural... Shit, I read it wrong. And rich cultural heritage shaped by poets and industry. Oh, and heavy drug use. I added that bit at the end. Have you seen Swansea Love Story?
Oh, man, it's heartbreakingly... It's beautiful, it's a difficult watch, but my God, it's a good bit of documentary. It's on YouTube as well, if anyone wants to see that. I would recommend.
Yeah, vice documentary.
Quite full on. But
yeah, it's incredible.
Merry Christmas.
Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Right. History and legends. Who's going first? I think I went first last time, so do you want to go first?
Yeah, shall I go first this time?
Yeah, go on.
So mine's Nottingham. Nottingham. It's a mad... it's a really good place to go for ice hockey. They have, like, every year the... British finals are played there, and they play. It's weird. You have like a whole weekend of the 4 best teams. So because Cardiff are really good, Cardiff often end up there. And I go with my friends. Great.
Oh, do you follow Cardiff Devils?
Yeah. Not like
Oh, I didn't know that.
crazily, but I do. I go quite a lot, and I've been to the finals up in Nottingham, and it's a really really good pub town. But it's also built on 924 caves that go all the way under Nottingham. And some of the caves were used for like people used to live in them. Some of them used for storage. Some of them had like tanneries, workshops, breweries, malt houses. And this then in the like up until recent times they used as air raid shelters during World War Two. But the one I'm going to focus
Can you
on,
still go?
yeah, you can. They still have like touristy stuff you can go visit and things. And
Oh God, I didn't. I love a cave.
you
I didn't
do
know
love a
that.
cave, don't you?
I
Yeah.
do love a cave.
Um, But yes, so I'm going to focus on a little story about. Um, it's called Mortimer's Hole, which is. I'll do very quickly a summary of it. Mortimer's Hole is a 100-meter tunnel carved into the rock under Nottingham Castle, and it was built as a secret escape route and a hidden entrance to the fortress. And in 1330, it became the scene of England's most dramatic power grabs. There was a young king called King Edward III, who was the grandson of Edward I, the guy who conquered Wales in 1282, a right bastard. But when Edward III was 17 years old, he used the tunnel to sneak into the castle at night, and he was hunting a guy called Roger Mortimer, who had expelled this King Edward III's dad with. And he cucked the dad and stole his wife, Queen Isabella, and then became like de facto ruler of England. But Edward, this son, so Edward III, he came back into power, got a bunch of his hardest mates, and then crept into the tunnel in the darkness and burst into the Queen's chambers. And he seized Mortimer on the stop, and then he was taken to London, condemned to treason, and hung. And then Edward III took over the throne of England. All started from a little cave called Mortimer's Hole.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's a little cavey history.
Make it Christmassy.
Oh, ho ho ho! That's and he probably said "Slay, Queen" or something like that.
That'll appease the woke. A reference to Slay Queen, right? Oh, that was a goodie.
All right, and you're one, my friend.
Right. So this is the story of the Swansea Devil. Obviously, you've covered loads
Oh,
in your podcast.
yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yes, yeah, I have. It's a really good one.
Act surprised then when I tell
Mhm.
you it. Right. So the Swansea Devil. So it's a wood carving of a devil, roughly 3 feet tall, and it was created in the 1890s. In short, there was St. Mary's Church. They would decided to have some major renovations, and there was an architect. I couldn't find the architect's name, but I'm sure I found it before when I researched this. But anyway, so he was an architect. He didn't get the job of renovating St. Mary's Church. He was well pissed off and bought a load of houses opposite the church, smashed them up, built a large brick building, and put this devil carving overlooking the church, and said, now I don't know how we know what he said, we don't even know his name, but he said, "When your church is destroyed and burnt to the ground, my devil will remain laughing." What a bitter bastard. During World War II German Blitz, the church did burn down, and miraculously, the building with the devil did not burn down. Like the whole, during the Blitz, Swansea was like totaled.
Yeah, it was absolutely
even more of a shithole than it is now.
That's gonna go down well.
I know, I love Swansea because I'm on Swansea side.
Yeah.
So very much 1-0 to the architect.
That's
It then
one
went
in the
missing
eye
for
him.
years. Yeah, it went missing for years and then turned up in the 1980s, rotting in a Gloucestershire garage. I don't know where it or how it went or where it went missing. I was quite up against it doing the research for this episode. It was then returned to his perch, so it was part of it. Basically, the red brick building had been knocked down. It was now the shopping plaza, but it was placed overlooking the church until 2019. The devil still survives, and you can see it. It's on the ground floor of the Swansea Museum. Well, the article says on the ground floor. They may have moved it. Which is, at this moment in time, decorated for Christmas.
Oh,
the museum, not the statue.
Nice.
The
Okay,
end.
I like it. Well, I reckon I like the story of the tunnel because I do quite like tunnels. So I think
I do love a good tunnel. How long was it?
100 meters. But there's
Not a good tunnel, is
924
it?
tunnels there. But I do also like, because when it was bombed, there was a church opposite it that got burnt down.
I know, but it could. I don't know if it's a lot of bollocks as well.
Well,
You never know.
why don't we say
And
a draw? Because I do quite like
I
the.
prefer the tunnels.
All right, tunnel it up then. Come on then, let's
Ah,
tunnel
shit.
it. Let's go for the tunnel.
Another whitewash, I feel. We
Well,
don't have to retract that. Oh, I can't talk. The bloody vodka. Carry on.
I'll go for now for my crime and chaos. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with a guy called Charlie Peace. Ironically, wasn't that peaceful? He was like a Victorian criminal who was kind of petty in a lot of ways, like as in like wasn't mostly stealing, a bit of tomfoolery, a bit of thuggery, but he takes a more sinister turn. But what was interesting about him, he was a master of disguise. He wore wigs, glasses, fake mustaches, and changed his voice. So his neighbours, he'd often rob those he lived next door to, and they wouldn't even realise it was him because he was such a good master of disguise.
He put a wig on and changed his voice.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
hello.
How daft would he look?
I know. I think Victorians were just categorically thickos, because I think if my neighbour put on a wig and a dress and then punched me, I'd be like, well, you're still my neighbour. I'm still pretty sure I recognise you. He was also a skilled violinist, and he'd often play in the pubs and private homes, all whilst planning burglaries. So he'd be in the pub playing his little fiddle and violin whilst looking around going, right, I'm going to come back later in a wig and rob the shit out of this place. But he had this double life: by day a respectable lodger or musician, and then by night a burglar and a thief who terrorised all the households, and all around Nottingham and the Midlands. But then he became obsessed with his neighbour, Mrs. Dyson. He wouldn't leave her alone. He was like completely in love with her. He's like fixated. He was writing songs about her, playing this fiddle outside, trying to get her attention. And the husband was like, just fuck off. And it's like after a while it became so serious that in the middle of the night this Charlie Peace crept in and he murdered Arthur Dyson, so Mrs. Dyson's husband, and he threatened the entire family, and he said, if any of you go to the police, I'll do the same to you. And he shot and killed Arthur Dyson. And then
So did that win over Mrs. Dyson?
Well,
by
no,
any chance?
she was like, well, that's a lovely mustache you have there, but I'm still not 100% convinced.
The wig is really funny.
Yeah, but so she didn't go to the police for a while because she was so scared because he was his fucking psycho. But he started to get a bit more lax then, and when he was doing all these other crimes, people started recognizing him, and he was getting chased by the police and stuff. And he was known for being quite an escape artist. He'd jump through rooftops and he'd do all these over the top elaborate escapes until one time he dropped and injured himself, and then people realized the guy walking with a limp was probably the guy who'd been robbing them for ages. And he ended up getting caught like they always do, and he was hung in the jail, and he was buried at an unmarked grave. But his story went on to inspire books, plays, and musical songs, and he was even part of early silent films. So that there is the story of Charlie Peace.
Make it about Christmas.
Oh, and Christmas is a time not to steal. Yeah, so remember the story of Charlie Peace and give to your fellow man. Don't take.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Lovely. Yeah, a good crowbar. My crime and chaos, Cyril the Swan.
Oh, yes. I already know where this is going, and I think...
Oh, my God. The story is nuts. What I would say is, obviously, this is a very short podcast. Yeah. There's an American podcast called The Dollop, and they've dedicated a whole episode to it. Just listen to it. It's incredible. But I'll give you the synopsis of it. So, Cyril the Swan, the official mascot of Swansea City football rugby club, introduced in the 1990s. There's a whole backstory that I'm not going to cover with regards to it was like a failing football club, and some people attribute the success of Swansea to this mascot. But he's basically known as one of the most mischievous and notorious mascots in British football. He was absolutely nuts. I don't know if he ever caused riots, but like running up and down.
Really geeing up the home fans, wasn't he? And pissing off the away fans.
He had a brawl with Millwall's mascot, Zampa the Lion. They ripped off Zampa's head and drop kicked it. And when asked, Cyril responded, why do you do it? Cyril said, I just hate lions. Which I thought was a lovely little cheeky bloody swan. Yeah. In 2001, this is where it's criminal. He was arrested on suspicion of assault after a woman in a dog costume at a mascot Grand National claimed that she was pushed and injured by him.
Oh.
Charges were dropped, but he used to drive around. It's a club's groundskeeper called Eddie Don,
Mm.
totally dedicated to the club. He used to drive around in the swan suit. If you Google it, it's huge. So the swan's head would be coming out of the um, sunlight. What's it called? Sunlight on the roof?
Sunroof?
Thank you.
We shouldn't do 3 episodes in a row this quickly. Our brains have become fried.
There you go. But I do highly. And the Swansea football ground has probably got Christmas decorations on it as we speak. So there you go. I'm taking Cyril the Swan, not because of the way that I described that was dreadful.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
if you listen to that full podcast,
if you listen to someone else's podcast, then
and then come back here, and then you'll realise my justification.
Right, the last one then, person or personal legend. Well,
do you want to go for it?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Black Shuck of Nottingham. And I'm not being racist. This is a giant dog called the Black Shuck that haunts Nottinghamshire, especially the old streets and the churchyards. It's been going for ages, and people describe it as glowing red eyes, massive in size, massive it is, sometimes appearing without a sound and sometimes with a thunderous roar. It's said to be the omen of death, and even if you don't believe in it, people say they saw it. People who had said they've seen it would then go on to die, or someone they knew would go on to die.
Is there one of these in Wales as well? The exact same description?
I'm not. You're better with that stuff than me. I don't really know any of the good folklore or any of the.
I think that's quite a common thing.
Really,
again,
Black Death.
Throwing a bit of shade on what you've brought to the table, but I'm sure a dog with red eyes that brings death. I'm sure that's in multiple places. Well, but carry on if you wish.
This one started in the medieval period, but it got revived a lot in the 19th and 20th century, and what brought it back was there was a load of livestock went missing and was taken away, and loads of farmers who'd said they'd seen it also vanished after telling people that they'd seen, either vanished or died, after telling people they saw what they thought was a big black animal. And you can now do like ghost tours and local tours around Nottingham Castle, which is apparently where it goes around the most, and you can go and have a little spooky look for it. Oh, and also it might be a reindeer Christmas there.
Oh, crowbar. Loved that one. Didn't even have to give you a little prompt either. Loved it. Famous people. Harry Grindle Matthews. So he wasn't born in Swansea, but he lived the end of his life in Torclouth, which I believe is in Swansea. It may be slightly outside. Anyway, in the early 1920s, this fella invented a death ray in Torclouth, and he basically had an experimental laboratory. Yeah. So this death ray could disable enemy aircraft mid-air, stop car engines, kill animals instantly, and basically be used as an invisible defense weapon for Britain. If you Google Harry Grindle, yeah, if this is a nuts story. Yeah, so if you Google it, the death ray existed. It's a real thing. And then the government were like, well, we kind of need to see this working. Yeah. And he refused to give the technical details over to the British War Office unless they paid him up front, which they refused. He did a demonstration. Basically, it didn't work. But there's loads of like weird stuff surrounding that story as well. Yeah. Like German spies were like turning up to Torclouth during the war to try and hunt him down and stuff. The end.
See, there's lots of interesting stuff. I'm not going to go into that interesting stuff. Google it yourself.
Really weird. His cat went missing for a bit. Genuinely, his cat went missing for a bit. That made it into the news.
I'm going to take this guy and do it on my other podcast, Tales for Wales, and we will tell you the interesting stuff on there.
Have you never covered this guy?
No, he sounds good. He's got a massive Wikipedia page.
But no, he's honestly he's won. So that's me one, Swansea. Cheers.
Well, I reckon you have won that. Do you have an interesting fact?
Swansea was the first I couldn't find much evidence of this, but it was the first punching machine. Was
Oh
informed
wow,
me.
that is quite
Yeah,
good.
Victorian contraption.
Yeah,
Mumbles
that's
Pio, apparently.
that is very Victorian. I mean, they are boring, but that is good. Let me see if I've got one on any of my notes. Oh, here's a good one. Nottingham was the first place Christmas ever happened. Oh, isn't that nice? So that's my
That's
Christmas.
very cute.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Hang
Right,
on.
I've won that, surely.
Robin Hood is also from Nottingham, if he was
Oh,
existed.
why the hell? Sorry. What are you doing? You would have beaten me with famous people on that.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't know if he's real, so I didn't really
What
go
was
for
your
him.
famous person?
I went for the dog.
That was a very, very silly move.
We did a good episode last week, and I think we biffed this episode, so
they're still going out.
Yeah,
but this is the difference between not drinking and drinking.
Yeah, true. I know it fell apart the minute we introduced booze. Right. Well,
do you want to do the little clap because you are in charge of the clapping for me?
And that's well done, mate, for winning. You thoroughly deserved. I'm just not feeling for time.
There you go. Oh, look at all these people coming in. The Christmas choir. Oh, that's
done.
Done.
Nadolig Llawen, hope you all have a lovely Christmas. And
we'll
catch you in the
Merry
new
Christmas,
year.
everyone.
Ta-da.
Bye.